Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does, and if it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get our angel answer cards for an overall energy. We're going to get our romance angel cards for an overall energy. Then we're going to get our animal oracle cards for going a little more in depth to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and possible future energies. And then we'll get some tarot and close out with an oracle, a whispers of healing. All right, so what do we got going on for Capricorn love life, Capricorn relationships? We have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, and I feel like it's what energy are you surrounding yourself? Are you feeling positive? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling open to your partner? Are you feeling receptive to your partner? Are you in a good space? And that's the energy that you bring in. Or are you struggling with that, right? Are you feeling negative? Are you feeling lonely? Are you feeling, sad? Are you feeling frustrated or irritated? And if you are, looking at that and saying, well, why am I feeling that way, right? If that energy is that you're putting out, then that's what you will get back in. All right, so let's get a angel answers. We have helpful people. Sometimes, I feel like it's the people that you surround yourself with. Are you surrounding yourself by like-minded people? I feel like the people that we surround ourselves are a reflection of us and where we are at. Are we surrounding ourselves with positive, motivational people? People that are happy in their lives, people that are feeling, successful, whatever that may represent for them. It doesn't necessarily have to be with finances or materialistic, but they're feeling like, they're happy where they live, they're happy with their jobs, they're happy in their relationships, that they're working towards their goals. Are we surrounding ourselves with those type of people? Because I feel like that is a reflection on us, on where our state of mind is. All right, so let's get some animal oracle. So what is Capricorn possibly struggling with? What does Capricorn need to look at? I feel like this one here, we have the miracles are endless. So again, I feel like it's struggling with focusing on that positive energy. What does Capricorn need to look at? What does Capricorn need to look at? The cards are... Let's take this one. Use your mind wisely. Yes, being very careful, being aware of what is your thought process, what is your subconscious saying to you, right? Using your mind wisely, making sure that you're focusing on the positive. Future energies for Capricorn. We have be playful, be fun, be lighthearted, right? Not being serious, not being... Sometimes I'm a Capricorn sun and a Capricorn rising, and I do realize that, I definitely have a serious side to me, kind of quiet and more serious, and that I need to focus on bringing out my playful side. I need to focus on being more lighthearted. I need to focus on, letting things go. I feel like with being playful is letting things go and having more fun and focusing on the positive and not worrying about things and, kind of always, I feel like overanalyzing things, right, on the serious side. All right, so let's get some cards. All right, for Capricorn love, what do we got going on here? What's Capricorn possibly struggling with? I'm not really feeling these cards. Let's use these. All right, Capricorn. Actually, I might change these again. All right, we have the Magician. And then we have the infinity sign, which is individual empowerment. He has his hands around all of these. And I feel like it's struggling with knowing that you're in control on what your perspective is and what you're seeing and what you're surrounding yourself with, right? You're feeling like, I don't know if things happen for me, right? You're questioning the miracles are endless. looking towards the future, having trouble focusing on that, not sure where it is that you're going. Having trouble letting go of these wands that you're carrying on your back. I feel like this is kind of the serious side, right? Like you're being serious about things. You're holding on to things. You're not letting things go. You're not in this playful energy that sometimes things happen and we do get serious, and that's okay. But it's like we need to also make sure that we use our mind wisely, and we kind of realize that we have to have that playful time, that we have to have that fun time, right? Opening your eyes to the signs that are around you, to the opportunities that are around you, opening your eyes to what is your thought process, what are you focusing on. As far as relationships, right? Because this is a love reading, so it's like, how do you feel about yourself? Like, are you telling yourself positive things about yourself? If it's with a partner, are you being positive within the relationship, or are you kind of holding on to those things that if that other person hurt you or let you down, are you holding on to those things? You know, are you in the negative energy? Are you seeing what is that energy that you're putting out towards that person, and is that person reacting to the energy that you're putting out? See, that's exactly what I was saying, is that I was feeling that, you know, as relationships, that connection, that two people becoming one, the lovers, could have to do with a Gemini. Using your mind wisely, definitely Gemini is a air sign, and they think about things, they analyze things, they process things, right? Focusing on the positive, focusing on the good. Moving forward, making sure that you're in control of where things are going. We have Cancer sign here. Sometimes with the Chariot, there's one deck that I have that I really like, where the horses are being kind of wild and he's holding on to the reins, but he has this confident smile on his face, and that you're in control of the energy that you're putting out, right? You're in control of if you want to be playful, or if you want to be serious, or you want to, you know, what is it that you want to do, and kind of looking at yourself and saying, yeah, I'd like to be more playful. I like to be more lighthearted, right? Looking within, again, Hermit, which is Virgo with that snake, looking at, are you in control of what's going on here, or is your subconscious kind of always projecting and putting out these things to you? What is that tape that's playing in your head? I know that my tape that was playing in my head was definitely a negative one, and that I need to catch that, I need to stop it, and I need to focus on the positive. There's some sort of roadblock here that you have to look at within to see, why am I being this way? And I feel like it's that energy that you're putting out. I feel like the use your mind wisely is very important here. I feel like that's kind of the card that's sticking out, especially with these two cards underneath it. I feel like this is kind of where my energy is going to. And it's about opening your eyes to what it is that you're putting out here. I love it. 6 of Cups. Be playful with the two kids there, just playing with the frogs and the bunnies and the cups and the butterflies and the kittens and all of that. Being playful, looking at the lighter side of life, looking at those positive things in the relationship. Sometimes within relationships, it's pretty easy for us to focus on the negative, what that person isn't doing or what we don't have in a relationship. But I feel like it's being on the lighter side and the playful, looking at the positive within the relationship. I bet you'll see that there's really more positive to the relationship than what you were acknowledging on. Taking that time out to think about, again, using your mind wisely, and what is it that your inner voice is telling you. Taking a rest, taking a break. I was also thinking, do you need to take a break from a relationship? Are you in between relationships, right? Are you single right now? And do you need to work on yourself? And that energy that you're projecting, right? Attracting. You attract love if you're putting that out. You're putting the positive energy out. You're believing in the miracles, right? That maybe you need to turn things around and say, you know, there's some things that I need to let go of. There's some things that I need to take control of and let go of that energy, and then move forward. If it's within a relationship, are there some things that you need to look at, that you're projecting, that you're putting out, that you can turn around and change, and have that conversation with your partner and say, hey, I realized that I was kind of putting out this negative energy. You know, taking ownership if you're putting out negative energy, but that person is reacting to it. I kind of feel like my readings are more about what you can look at within yourself, right? that what you can look at within yourself that you can change. Because sometimes I feel like if we're always trying to blame the other person, yes, people do things to us, and people do things to hurt us, but we also have to look at how do we receive that energy. Do we let them continue with that behavior? Do we accept their behavior? Do we make excuses for their bad behavior? Do we let them get away with treating us poorly? And if we do, I feel that we need to look at ourselves. That's where I've learned the most, is about what I was accepting from other people, that I was accepting too much bad behavior. I was accepting too much negativity, and that I wasn't looking out for myself. And I feel like that's what people need to look at. That, just me personally, I feel like by me looking at my own actions and what I was accepting and what I was letting people get away with, that I no longer do that, that I stand up for myself, and that I don't let someone treat me poorly. And if they do, I want to have that conversation with them, and that I want to work through it. Or if I'm in a bad mood, or if I'm feeling negative, that I feel like I want to figure out why am I feeling that way, but then to have a conversation with that person and say, yeah, I do realize that I'm snippy. I do realize that I'm short with you, and I'm not really sure why, or I figured out why, and this is why. And I feel like if we look at our own actions and things that we're putting out there, I feel like that would help our relationships. That's just my thought. And always trying to improve myself, I feel like I'm enjoying life more, and I'm not stressing about things, and things have become easier, and relationships become easier, and that they're more positive. That's just my feeling. And I feel like we need to look at ourselves and see, do we need to cut out people? Do we need to back away from people that are not being supportive? And do we need to put our foot down, right? I feel like that's what this is putting our foot down as to, I'm not going to accept bad behavior from people. I'm not going to accept negative behavior. Yeah, there's times within your partnerships or your friendships where that person will snap at you, and that person will be irritated. And so when that person calms down and see, if they come back and they say, yeah, I was going through something, and, or if they don't say anything, then you give them a little bit of time and you say, hey, the other day you were really this or you were really that. Like, what's going on with you? I'm feeling like something's off. And opening up those lines of communication, I feel like it's kind of putting your foot down and seeing, what energy are you putting out? What energy are you receiving? We have the Strength card, which is also Leo, and that confidence, right? And that strength and that belief in yourself, and, feeling confident and looking out for yourself and handling a situation. Like I was just saying, that if somebody does something, if your partner does something to you that bothers you, or it feels like they're off, right? Or friendship or whatever that may be, family member, that maybe they need some time to sort through how they're feeling, but then go back, right? Being the Strength card, handling a difficult situation in a positive way, and say, hey, I noticed the other day that you were seemed like you were off, or you weren't yourself, or something bothering you, and opening up those lines of communication. And then that person may be ready to talk about it, right? And then you can understand why they were feeling that way, instead of just getting angry and irritated with the person and snapping back, and then the both of you are in negative energy and you're causing more problems within the relationship. Is that maybe, do you need to step away, let them have their time, and then go back again, like the Strength card, in a positive way, and try and find a resolution with it. I feel like it's a new feeling. It's a new way to look at things. Aces are new beginnings, and opening up those lines of communication. I feel like too many times within relationships, people have feelings about things, and they have perceptions, or they have irritation, and they'll talk to other people, but they don't talk to their partner about it. Or sometimes they'll just hold it in. I mean, I definitely did that in the past, is I would just hold things in and it would build up. But I feel like you have to work on it. You have definitely using your mind wisely. The Lovers, again, which is Gemini, your thought process, and working on it, right? Working on making those changes, working on seeing what the weak points are, and then seeing how you can change those. Whether it's within yourself or it's how you're handling things. Right? Relationships, working on relationships take work. And sometimes, as soon as you figure out something, then something else happens, right? But it's like if you have that kind of mentality of, okay, when the person reacts this way, then I know to step back, give them some time, think about it, process it, and then come forward and talk about it when you're in a calmer nature. I feel like that's a good tool on how to handle situations that may come up, right? That slow, steady progress towards working towards the positive, right? That hanging in there is going to take time. Again, I feel like this Emperor represent, which is Aries, I feel like the Emperor represent is having those tools so that when things go wrong or things happen or things build up, that you know, okay, yeah, this is the plan. This is how we're handling it, right? This is what we need to do, taking it one day at a time. Sometimes we don't have all those answers all at once, but being open to different points of view, being open to the possibilities, being open to handling things differently. That if you're feeling that you're in this negative energy, if you're feeling that you're not believing in the miracles, or you're struggling with, do I even have control of a situation, and what's my future going to be, and am I piling up all of these wands on my back? That you're open to solving things in a different way, because if they weren't working in the past, then how do we change that up for them to work? I love it. Happiness. Surrounding yourself with helpful people. I feel like it goes back to that card, the positive people, and being lighthearted, right? Being playful, having more fun in life instead of always being serious about things. There are times to be serious, but there's time to have fun. And when you have that fun and you're playful, then that lightens the mood, and that, I feel like that brings a stronger connection to the relationship. And you feel like as a team you can handle the times that are more difficult. All right, so let's get a Whispers of Healing card to close it out. We have growth, definitely. I like this one. I don't think I've seen this one yet. We have growth, and that's what, I feel life is all about. It's growing and learning within ourselves, growing and learning within our relationships, so that we have those relationships not only with ourselves, but with others that are happy, that are playful, that are fun, that are a learning, right? Learning and growing, and taking it one day at a time, and looking within and finding those answers, and not just always accepting things the way that they were if we're not happy with them, but stepping up to the plate and making the changes that are needed. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.